How important to you are titles? Your titles, your subtitles and chapters, your titles of your podcast, Akimbo. Bradley Cooper has a cold, maybe my favorite title in the practice. How much do you labor over these? How much, I mean, like I'm reading right now the Joseph Sugarman copyright book, and I'm sort of looking about how everything is to get you to read the first sentence. And I feel like your titles accomplish that. How much effort do you put into coming up with your titles?
You're the first person I've met in a very long time who's reading the Joe Sugarman copyright.
Should I be reading this? Because I feel like nobody's reading this either. I'm fascinated by it. Is that the right book to be reading for copywriting?
You have to take it with a grain of salt. So here's the time I met Joe Sugarman. So Joe Sugarman used to run these ads in marginal magazines about blue blocker sunglasses and all sorts of not very effective crap that you could buy for $20. It was like an infomercial on TV. And it all came with a money back guarantee, and the copy was totally over the top. And I went to see him give a talk. And afterwards, I'm like, what's up with the stuff that you're selling and the claims that you're making? And he said, well, here's what I do. Everything comes with a money back guarantee. And if at least 10% of the people don't ask for their money back, I know I'm not making big enough claims. So he was writing to intentionally annoy, offend, and disappoint more than 10% of the people who bought from him because he was in the hyperbole business. And so I learned a lot. He was a nice guy, but I learned a lot from that in that I don't want to be in the hyperbole business. And so you will never, ever see me write something like, this will change your life, or here's how to make $1 million in 4 weeks. Not my business. That's not what I do. What I try to do is to say with a blog post title, and then from there into the other things I've titled, knock, knock. And I want people to say, who's there? Because we understand how a knock, knock joke works. And if I say knock, knock, and you say, who's there? Now I have an invitation. I have an invitation to begin us on a journey. And so, yes, my favorite, I think, ever is Bradley Cooper Has a Cold as well, because that's a magical way to say knock, knock.
So what is the book to read for copywriting? If you want to learn how did you learn how to become a great copyright? Is it from the blog post and just writing every single day?
So my friend Margot is a much better copywriter than I, and she's busy building a workshop on copywriting. But I think that there's nothing wrong with reading Sugarman. There's nothing wrong with reading Herschel Gordon Lewis. Herschel Gordon Lewis is probably a better place to start. Interesting trivia about Herschel Gordon Lewis. Before he wrote some of the best books on copywriting, he wrote slasher movies like The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Go figure.
Okay, that's going to be my next read. I'm liking the Sugarman books, but I feel like they're a little dated. They're not quite what I'm looking for, but I've gotten some takeaways from it. So I'm liking it.